on the road.
Dude, I can't wait for Discord to have their own voice.
Your Skype.
Their own screen share thing. Whew.
I can't wait for you to mute your Skype, Skara.
Oh, shit, my bad. All right,
trolled. Alright, you guys all good?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I just need the webcam now. We can get this show on the road.
Alright. Let's do it, dude.
Alright, you guys good?
Yeah,
sure.
I'm solid, dude. I'm good.
Are we all ready then? Then I'm switching and I'm turning it on. We're getting it underway.
Yeah, we're getting it underway.
All right then. Let us begin, ladies and gentlemen.
I just need to see how it looks when you start. And I'm good to go.
It is looking fantastic, fantastically set up. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to have episode number, whatever this episode is, today.
I think it's 22.
22,
Holy.
Episode number 22, exclusive, right here, right now, ladies and gentlemen. Joining me today is the ever-lovable Scar, the co-host with the most. You guys know him, you guys love him, you guys can't live without him. But our exclusive guest, once in a lifetime, never before seen, except that last time that he came on. Christian Riviera, tell the people who exactly you are.
I play League of Legends.
And what about League of Legends?
What about the game League of Legends? I play the game League of Legends.
And do people want to know if you had it? Let's say you were going on a date with a young lady. What would you tell her that you do?
I get flamed by I'm a Cutie Pie's chat. That's my claim to fame, dude.
Alright, fair enough. And your host with the most right here, ladies and gentlemen. I'm a Cutie Pie. How you guys doing? Scar, you seem to have disconnected out of the Skype.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on. It just says, hold on while we try to get the call back. And now I'm just like a blur.
Yeah, you're not looking too hot, Scar. I gotta be honest, dude. You're not looking too good.
Yeah, but while we wait, I'm Scar. I'm here every week with Cutie Pie. My claim to fame is I was Cutie Pie's teammate. That's
He's
it.
My
That's
assistant.
Oh,
He's
shit.
like my
I'll
wife.
take that one too. I once played with the Pie.
The one and only. All right, then I guess Scar, you want us to wait until you sort out the webcam?
No, I mean I think I'm good. Let me try one more time.
All right, you're looking good.
Solid.
You're a little pixelated, but other than that, you're looking good. So then let's get it underway then. But before we do that, live question and answers on Beyond the Rift Discord server at the end of the show. Dom, I see that you've picked your Team Liquid picked up Discord. Tell me, what do you think about Discord?
I think it's way better than Skype. I'll tell you that right now.
That's it, guys. Discord, you heard it here first from IWillDominate. Discord, way better than Skype. Go ahead, hop on there, get in on the live Q&A that we're going to have at the end of the show.
Oh.
Because you got questions, we got answers, baby. And then shout outs to Bloody Dude providing us with the peripherals that we need to game on hard. You ever use Bloody peripherals, Dom? I gotta send some your way. Don't worry about it. Don't answer that. I'll send some your way. But let's get it underway then with topic number one. The juicy Riot stated they consider competitive play when balancing champions such as Lee Sin. Who should the game be balanced around?
Fucking nerf Lee Sin.
Yeah,
just nerf Lee Sin, dude.
I think Lee's a fucking stupid champion to balance the game. Like, what? I mean, I can understand why balancing for competitive is important because you don't want a competitive meta that's just Warwick running around just ulting things. That's not like watching Lee Sin like, oh my god, he ward hopped and then he kicked that guy and then he Q'd him. That was crazy. But like,
You don't have to do that anymore.
yeah, you don't
That's
have
like
to
not
do
even
any
part
of
the
that
game.
shit. It's like, okay, this guy's level 4 and I'm level 6. I'm just gonna like Q him once and he's just dead off of it. So
Yeah, you just have to be able to hit the Q after you kick them in a straight line, and if you do that enough times, you just win the game. It's that simple.
yeah, like I don't really agree that Lee Sin shouldn't be just absolutely obliterated because he's great for the competitive scene. I don't know. That just sounds so stupid because there's a lot of ADs that I think are great. Like I think Lucian's a great champion. So, like why butcher that champion and then leave Lee Sin the way he is?
I think that Lee Sin in general is just like bad for the competitive scene because you have to pick him or you have to pick Rek'Sai into him. So you're either playing Lee into Rek'Sai, you're banning Lee Sin, or you're just losing the game because you gave them Lee Sin. Like there's no part of the game where it's like, oh shit, like maybe if this guy plays Lee Sin really well, he's gonna pop off. It's just like, yeah, you just auto win if you play that champion now. So dumb.
Yeah, I mean, I agree. He's pretty. What do you think about Scar?
I think right now, yeah, he's just too good. Like, I don't like in situations where, when I first played Lee, I lost a lot of games because I had to like Q into them, auto them a couple of times, ward jump, continue autoing them into like a kick or something. Like, I had to extend my damage time. Nowadays, it feels like Lee Sin assassinates better than Talon. And I think that's pretty dumb. Like, I don't know. I feel like Lee Sin is like an assassin jungler, and he does his job really well. And he's also tanky and he'd snowball really well. So I do agree Lee Sin needs nerfs. But I was more wondering along the lines of like, should Riot be looking to just balance around competitive play? Or do you think that they should balance around, like, or why don't you think they should balance around like win rates on like lower elos or like higher elos?
I just think that at lower elos, there's just too much shit that you can't balance around people that don't even know what the fuck is like happening. Like, I mean,
Yeah, exactly.
I don't want to. I'm not gonna. It's no like flame or whatever. But like in Bronze 5, realistically, like those players, they just play for fun. I mean, if you're stuck in Bronze 5 and you're not playing for fun, I don't know what to tell you, but most of them, they don't know, like, what the abilities do. It's just like, hey, dude, I'm just gonna play a quick game and fucking run around. Oh, I gotta last hit these for gold? What the hell? That's awesome, dude. Like, these aren't the players you should be balancing around. And I think, yeah, if it's balanced around competitively, since champion's stupid, fuck that champion, dude.
Oh man, I went on a rant for like 30 minutes about Lee Sin today because I think the biggest misconception about Lee Sin is that it takes skill to play him now.
Oh yeah,
like,
what do you think about that? So we're all streamers, dude. Whenever I say Lee Sin doesn't take any skill, it's like, Cutie, have you ever watched like Rush play Lee? The way he plays Lee, I'm like,
but you don't have to do that.
Yeah, I don't need to watch that dude to know how to play Lee. I'm telling you, this is how you play Lee. You get level 6. They're level 4, you fucking kick them, and then you Q them, and they're fucking dead. There's no, there's no secret to it. It's just go up and kick them, and they're dead.
Yeah, dude, just, like, if you fucking think Lee Sin takes skill, watch my stream, dude. I'll miss, like, 90% of my Qs, like, fail 3 war jumps, like, kick flash them away from myself, and then still, like, end up 14-2 or some shit. So, like, that champion's just fucking... I don't know, like, how they can balance that around competitive play, because I don't think it's good for competitive play. And then in solo queue, I feel like if you don't ban him, and then it's up to you, and like you have the choice to pick him or not pick him. If you don't pick him, it feels like you're inting. That's actually how it feels.
Yeah, I ban that shit every game. I just can't stand playing it. It's just, from an AD's perspective, I don't know how it is from a mid lane's perspective, but yeah, I'm the one getting the like level 6 gank on level 4. If I'm at the turret, I'm dead. Like, if they push me to the tower, I'm probably gonna die if I don't get help. So it's just like, there's literally no counterplay. Like, he's just gonna kick me and kill me.
Most jungle matchups. Like, you'll be level 6 as like Rengar or Kha'Zix, and you walk into Lee Sin, and they'll just one-shot you. Like, it's the same exact thing. Like, even if you're the same level, he still just one-shots you. He just wins the fight.
Yeah, and it just feels so stupid, too, because with, like, the assassin rework, like, dude, I had a Talon in one of my games. He looked like the most piece-of-shit champion, dude. I had Lee Sin and Talon go in for the 1v1. Guess who came out? Guess who managed to do the burst to kill the other one first, dude? Like, it wasn't even, like, Talon didn't even do anything. He just got, like, fucking insta-killed. So,
I mean, the whole point of Assassins, according to Riot, is to be able to get in, do damage, and get out. So did Talon get out, though? That is the question.
Yeah, you went back to the fountain.
You got further out than Lisa, dude. That's worth.
Yeah, I think that the balancing for competitive play is best, but like, they're gonna nerf him, right? Like he has nerfs on the table.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
the next patch
just
is like
garbage
50
nerf.
damage off his ulti.
Yeah, it's like his ulti, but like,
Dude, you know
I
what the
don't know,
problem
man.
with his ulti's on like a fucking like it's not even a minute cooldown. It's just like what the fuck is like I'm getting kicked constantly. It's just do you know what the ulti cooldown is? Does anyone know?
it's like 70 or something. Like,
Yeah,
it ends
it's
up being 70 once you have blue and like your warrior.
This shit's fucking dumb. That thing should be a lot longer. Like the amount of times that you just get kicked in a row is just like whatever.
I can take a 90-second cooldown on Lee Sin.
Yeah, that's probably the next thing they're gonna look to do is nerf that because that's the next Syndra nerf coming up is the ulti nerf on a cooldown nerf, so she's not ulting you every 60 seconds.
Yeah, I mean, hopefully they do the same that they do with every champ and just slowly chip away at it until there's nothing left and it's just a shell of what it used to be and no one plays it and then they just rework
Like
it.
Nidalee.
Yeah. Hopefully that's what give them first the damage nerf, then the cooldown nerf, then take away some of the health on his shield on his W
The
and
attack speed on the so you can't jungle at all.
yeah, just completely butcher that champion, dude. I'll be happy. Is there anything else you guys want to say about this fantastic champion?
No, the consensus is pretty much just too good right now. Like I'm down for him to be strong if it takes like skill to play. If you need, but at the moment, yeah, with Thunderlords he's one hits the other guy, so not fun to play against.
Yep.
All right, fair enough. Let's go on then to the next one. NA just got to 200 challenger players more than a week after other regions already had their challenger ladder capped. How do you feel about the early challenger ladder? I was so surprised how long it took to fucking get the... Like, I just don't know... Like, I can't tell anymore if, like, everyone's just fucking garbage now at this game or, like... Like,
Reset.
Yeah.
So bad.
I don't even know anymore because... Yeah, it took so long to fill out the challenger ladder. Like, I was looking at it and I was like, Jesus, dude, it's still not capped out yet. I just don't know if people aren't playing or if people are just, like, awful now or...
It's, like, not even worth it. Like, I literally just did my placements on all 5 of my accounts. That's how I spent the last, like, 2 weeks. I just played, like, 50 games across all my accounts, and then, like, I'm getting, like, 1 to Diamond 5, the next one to Diamond 5, the one after that to Diamond 5. It's just, like, because, I mean... MMR, the way it works, like, I'm fucking playing with all the new challengers anyway. They're actually just, like, Diamond 5 players. So, what the hell is the point of climbing in early season challenger? Just... Yeah,
early season's, like, such a mess, too, because, yeah, like, some of the matchmaking, some of the games they'll put me in is, like, I mean, I don't mind, I don't care playing against, like, the Diamond 5, like, oh my god, it's Cutie Pie, dude, I watch all your videos, I can't wait to play AD against you, and then he goes, like, 0-20, and it's just a 5-minute surrender, and it's just like, wow, thanks for the game, dude, really, hey, nice to meet you, man, hope to see you again. Like, those games just feel pretty miserable. I agree, early challenger ladder is kind of a joke, and... Yeah.
I mean, I just think the reset is pretty bad because they don't reset MMR hard enough, so it just puts, like, the top challengers at a huge disadvantage. Like, no one from top 10 of Challenger is back in top 10 of Challenger because your MMR is too high when you get demoted to Plat 1, so it benefits, like, Diamond 5s and Diamond 4s that have, like, shit MMR because they still will, like, skip divisions. They'll still fucking start at Plat 1 just like everyone else, but then they just get, like, easier games, essentially. And they get quicker queue times, so they can just, like, spam games all the way to fucking, like, top 10 of Challenger, and then they just drop out in fucking 2 months or something.
Man, I like the queue times have been pretty good. I don't know how the queue times have been. I mean, I imagine for you, Down, it's been pretty good, because you said you were just, like, playing.
Yeah. It's been, like, okay. It's, like, 8 minutes average, I'd say.
Wait, 8 minutes? Really?
I'm not playing in the middle of the night, so, yeah.
I'm just... I saw like one of the other days I was like super sad because it just felt like the quality of the games are just so low.
Yeah.
Like when I for instance I had one game where I was playing Talon and I snowballed bot lane, like I got the dive off, we got the first tower, I was like, this game's over. And then like what proceeded to happen was like really awful decision making, and then we lost the game and I was just like, we shouldn't have lost that game. That was almost an unlosable game from like the position I started the game in. And I was just like, is it? I don't know. It feels like what you and I'm always the type of guy who is like, look, like you should just look at yourself and you should always look to yourself to try to improve every game. But I do understand people when it comes, dude, I'm serious. When it comes to like, you just expect better play. Like if two people are running in one direction and I start the fight, I expect the other person to run in and follow me up. But like if I start the fight and he runs away, I'm just like, wait, what happened there? Like, I don't know. I think right now I'm pretty annoyed because overall it feels like the match quality is very low at the moment.
It feels like a gamble, honestly. Like, I don't know about you guys, but my win rate has been, I think last season on my Challenger account I was like 58% win with like 300 games, and now I have like fucking 40 games on all my accounts and like 51% win or 52% win. It just feels like you're just like playing a lottery almost. Because sometimes now, when everyone's good, you feel like you have more control over the game, but now you'll just have someone get smashed. Like, I played against a Shinshin today, and he shit on my top laners so hard that the game was actually unwinnable. It was like, he killed him 4 times in lane, and then he was just a monster throughout the game. Where before his Shinshin in fucking 2016, dude, that shit was fucking troll. He was just like, he fucking died at every gank and then just rage his head off. But now he's just like shitting on every top laner because, I mean, he plays this aggressive style, and if you're just like a Diamond 5 player, like, you're just gonna get smashed.
Yeah, I mean, I kind of enjoy it because as AD, it just makes my life, it makes it that much easier to like, because if I go against a garbage play, I pretty much just play Twitch. If I play against someone that's garbage, I just like insta win the game because it's like, all right, I just snowballed and I'm gonna one shot the entire enemy team now. So I mean, it's been helping me with the climb, and I don't mind it. But dude, when I play, like when I get another role, like I'll play jungle, I'll play Ivern. It's just like, holy shit! I
don't even play that anymore.
Yeah, I'm so fucking I actually made a rule. I said I'm not playing if I don't recognize any of these players' names. I'm never playing fucking Ivern. I'm so tired of like going into fights. It's like I landed the bind, and then my mid lane's just like farming the wave, and then it's like I'm going in, dude. He's still farming. I'm getting like 1v2. I'm throwing the redemption up. I need help, and then I just die, and it's like.
My favorite part about playing Ivern with people like that is they don't use like any of your kill. Like, you shield them, they don't fucking go in for the slow. You hit the Q, they just like flash and like use their gap closer to get into range instead of just right clicking them. It just feels so fucking bad, dude. I simply quit Ivern and solo queue until like the game gets better.
Yeah, I got tired of playing Ivern. I'm just gonna play only fucking Zac and like Shyvana and just fucking AFK until I win the game. But yeah, like match quality early season, I don't mind it if I'm playing AD because I just ask my support to play Janna, and it doesn't matter how garbage they are because, I mean, it's Janna, so yeah. I don't think that the game quality is that great. I agree with you guys, but it's not unbearable for me. But I imagine as a jungler, if I had to play jungle with some of these games, dude, I'd be done with that shit.
I mean, I still feel like jungle's OP. Like, I feel like I'm stronger than I should be, but then I think that now lanes just lose because it's just fucking like RNG based. Like, lanes win and lose. It's such like a random level. It's so hard to actually be able to be like, all right, dude, we have a winning matchup here. Like, maybe I can gank it at like this time. And you just pretty much have to just watch the map at all times and just play off what the fuck is happening because you can never trust like matchups to win or people to avoid ganks and shit like that. You just have to be pretty much like always looking at the map and play completely in the moment, which, I mean, it's kind of fun, but at the same time, it just feels like not really a game.
You know, like babysitting your teammates, dude?
Yeah, I started doing like all these weird paths because before the meta in Challenger is you full clear your jungle, right? You full clear your jungle and then you just go do shit. And when your jungle's back up, you full clear. But now I start doing like baby paths where I'll like do red, then golems, then I'll get the crab, and then I'll just ward for bot lane too, so I have like the crab and a ward. It's like, now you can never die, and then they just get killed 2v2 anyway. But like, at least the jungler doesn't get a head off it. So
hey, that's the classic, dude. Sky, you got anything for this?
No, at the moment, I just think that the Challenger ladder is just really weird because I left for a week to Barcelona when the season first came out, and then I came back and I'm just like, oh man, I'm so far behind. Like and I look and like there's like 4 Challenger players. I'm like, okay, it's no big deal. Like the week starts and there's like, oh, people just got the Challenger. People like just started climbing, and then 2 weeks pass, I'm like Diamond 1 90 LP, and like if I made Master or Master 2 days ago or 1 day ago, I would have been in Challenger. Like it just filled up 200 players. I'm just like, our population just must suck, because even like I didn't realize it as much or before, but like I just think the number of people who play ranked at a high level is just too low in North America. That's why it's so hard.
Yeah,
because
it's fucking non-existent, dude.
Like I would love to, if before I remember we complained about Diamond 1, Diamond 2 players. I would love if I get Diamond 1, Diamond 2 players.
Hell yeah, now. Like, dude. Right now it's like you get a Diamond 5 player, you're like, oh, that's not bad. At least it's not gold. I'll take it.
Yeah, like I remember I saw like one of Moon's games. He was 800 LP and got like a plat player. I was like, well, I hope this doesn't go bad. And it just seemed really bad. And so yeah, it's early season. It's gonna take some time to adjust, but I'm just surprised. I'm really surprised that the lack of, I guess, dedicated top tier players. It seems like there's really not that many.
I mean, there's also like the fact that a lot of NA teams, more NA teams went to like Korea. Like so many like NA Challenger teams went to Korea, and then you have just like a bunch of just NA LCS teams in Korea. So that right there is just like 50 players out of our Challenger ladder just gone at this point. So
yeah, that's true. Golden Glue and TL just like all got back. Like I just saw him yesterday. He was just like, I just started placements the other day. So maybe as the players come back from the other regions, like the queues will feel a lot better, and the quality will feel a lot better.
Yeah, once like the imports get here and stuff, like all the new people that have been signed but haven't came to NA, once they all get here, I think it'll be okay. Like Ryu, Arrow, Chaser someday. Like I saw Chaser like once, and I'm pretty sure he was jet lagged just fucking pretty much into the game. So like once they're getting like into the season and into the swing of things, I'm pretty sure the ladder will be good again.
Yeah,
can't wait.
I'm pretty excited once the ladder's not a complete fiesta. So let's go on to the next one. So we spent a lot of time talking about the strengths of the jungle role in previous Beyond the Rifts. How can you tell if the jungler you're playing against is good or not? I honestly, every jungler that I see, I'm like, wow, this guy's fucking great. I can't tell if someone's good or bad. Everyone's just like, wow, he's like insta-killing this guy. Wow, he just killed that guy on the gank. I can't believe it. Damn, he must have played that great or some shit. I don't know what makes a good or a bad jungler in solo queue.
I mean, before it was like efficiency. It would just be like you just see how efficient they were, like how high level they were, if they were like doing the right things. But now like cheesing is such a big part of the game. Like I think that the way the Diamond 5 through like Diamond 3 players view it when they go against somebody who's like Master or Challenger last season is they're like, okay, I gotta like gank level 3 or like cheese him at his red or some shit to like try to get ahead, because if not, I'm just gonna lose. So I think now it's just like, yeah, it's just mainly like if you can carry the game or not, or at least if you're like strong enough to carry. Like, even if you lose, at least if you're like putting in work, then you probably look like a good jungler.
Before I used to be like, oh yeah, it's all about efficiency, like how high level they are when they come out of the jungle. Now, because jungle XP is so crazy, like I think if you get the one bad 2v2 skirmish, let's say the other jungler, you trade 2 for 1 or 1 for 2, the other jungler gets 1 kill, 1 assist, the wave at level 4, he gets level 6 before both your solo laners, and he's 2 levels ahead of the jungler. And I'm just like, what, as the jungler, can you do anything if that happens? Because it feels, when I jungle and that happens to me, I'm just like, we lose.
No, you probably just lose, but that's a pretty fucking bad mistake to make. Like if you lose the level 3 2v2, like the only times where it feels really bad is when you're fighting like a 2v2 or something, and then like the level 2 bard shows up and like flash exhausts you, then you end up just dying, and then it's like, all right, well now I'm just behind for like the entire game. But
yeah, I mean, we talked to Valkyrie the other time, and he's like, yeah, it seems like if you lose like an early skirmish and you fall behind, then you just lose the game, like, as a jungler. Like, is that how it feels right now when you jungle? Like, if you fall, like, behind the...
Like, it depends on how risky your paths are. If you're, like, full clearing and all your camps are down and then you're fighting, you don't feel as behind. The times where you feel really behind is when you like, do a path where you do, like, blue, Gromp, red, you're like level 3, then you go for a play and it fails, then you feel really behind, because then you'll lose jungle camps. As long as you're, like, keeping up with, like, your jungle camps, even if you die once, I don't think it's, like, the end of the world, but, yeah, it can get pretty bad if you're doing different paths and stuff, but that's why I think full clearing is still, like, the best way to play solo queues, because it pretty much just takes out, like, it makes everything more stable. Like, you get into fights and you lose them, it's way more stable than if you just, like, yeah, if you just go for a bunch of, like, hyphy monkey invades and then you just die.
Yeah, because when I think of a good jungler, I think of, like, wow, he really he knew which side this guy was going to start at, and he pathed to, like, counter it and do all this shit, and, like, oh my god, he's all over the map and he's taking over. I don't see that shit anymore. It's like, okay, he started his buff and then he full cleared his camp and then he went for a gank and then his monsters respawned and then he backed and full cleared again and then he's going for another gank. Like, I don't see anything that really tells me, like, oh my god, he really knows what he's going crazy with these clears, dude. It's just like, alright, just full clear gank, full clear gank, full clear gank. If they work out, great. If they don't, I mean, just go farm some more and eventually you're going to be able to brute force your gank, so...
Yeah, the whole time you're doing that, you're just hoping that the game doesn't get out of control. Like, you're just like, alright, that's okay if you died twice, don't die the third. Okay, it's okay you die the third time, just be careful of just don't leave the turret. That's just kind of how you feel.
Yeah, I don't know, man. Jungle is like one of those weird roles where I just can't, like, right now I can't really tell, like, who's an amazing jungler versus who's, like, a whatever jungler, because they're all just, like, they all seem like the same shit, to be honest, Lair. So.
Yeah, I mean, I think it'll be more evident because when laners get better and the games are more stable, then a lot more comes down to, like, pathing, because jungle is such, like, a strong role in solo queue anyway. If people aren't, like, dying 50 times in, like, the early portion of the game, then the better jungler, like, the one that's able to understand when he can start, like, brute forcing dives and, like, taking top turret early and just destroying the map like that, kind of pretty much like what Tarzan did last season, those types of players are going to, like, stand out again. So I just think that it's, yeah, I think it's just a matter of time. Like, when laners get better, I think the better junglers shine.
Alright, fair enough then. Let's go on then. If you could go back to your first year of pro play, what key advice would you give yourself, dude? I don't know. If I went back to my first year, honestly, I'd probably tell myself to just, like, maybe just try out joining different teams, because I feel like being on Dig,
even us.
No, I mean, we tore it up. We fucking we dominated the Western League of Legends scene. Don't get me wrong. We fucking destroyed it.
But we're okay. I don't know about that.
We did it all, but I would like to see, like, dude, I have absolutely zero respect for the players that have joined, like, more than 2 teams, and people still say, like, oh, this guy's so good, he's just been unlucky with the teams he's been on, dude. Like, if you've joined, like, 2 or 3 teams and you still haven't managed to show up, dude, like, I just think you're garbage. Like, that's just...
So you're telling me Freeze is garbage? You think
I'm
Freeze
telling
is
you Freeze is garbage. I'm telling you, like, all text garbage. I'm telling you, like, all these motherfuckers that have joined, like... Dude, if you've joined multiple teams and you still haven't managed to even, like, show something for it, then you're garbage, dude.
So you're saying Kiwi Kid's garbage. That's what you're saying, dude. I'm just making sure.
No.
Just making sure that we're
Kiwi's
clear.
my boy, dude, though.
What about Pole Belter, dude?
Wait, Pole Belter popped off, though. He showed on CLG and IMP.
Would you have said that before he won in the LCS, though?
But that's when he first joined a different team, though.
Yeah,
no,
he was on Curse, and then it became Team Liquid, and then...
that was like season 2, and then he just played on Winter Fox or whatever, and then just lost, like, every game for 3 years, and then he joined, like, CLG afterwards. So I'm pretty sure that CLG was the first real team, like, the first team he changed
First real team. Okay.
Yeah, Winter Fox was garbage. What the hell?
Yeah, there's a Fiesta, dude. Come on, man.
They had like some dude's brother. No one even knew who it was. It's like, yeah, that's my brother playing top lane. Like everyone just blamed him for the entire split.
It's Avalon, right? Helios and Avalon.
Yeah.
That was a classic, dude. I like that. But yeah, dude, like I would love to see how well I could have done on like with like a different team environment or something like that. Because dude, potential is like something that gets thrown around so much, man. If you can't perform after being on like multiple teams, you hit your ceiling, dude. You got no more potential, man. That's just the reality of it. So I would love to see that, and probably the other thing is just like make sure to like the LCS is only the beginning, so keep that in mind. I tell myself those two things.
I would say don't follow your team to Riot Season 2 Worlds. That's what I would say to myself.
Oh my god.
Just don't go, man. Just sit in your room. Everything will be okay. Say you're sick.
Come on, man. It wasn't that bad. Yeah, that probably would have been a decent one, to tell yourself.
I'm gonna talk about that later. We have a big topic coming up. I'll get over that. I think it's time to tell the story. For me personally, I just wish I picked up shot calling earlier. Like rather than just feeding information, I only really understood how to shot call like effectively after I worked at CLG, and so that's something that I did on CLG Black. But I think like shot calling was at the time was just really really hard to learn if you didn't understand the game well, and I really thought that I was maybe too afraid to shot call, and I was just comfortable having like the junglers do it. But especially when we had a lot of rotating players, like our top lane rotated every season, and no one really made that decisive play. Like Crumbs tried shot calling, then like didn't really want to do it, then had to do it, but still didn't want to do it, kind of stuff. Like decisive shot calling was a factor that I felt like we needed throughout like our entire like team history.
I honestly didn't mind how like Dignitas used to do it. That was my favorite way because I remember when I joined like TL and Curtis, it was just like no one wanted to shot call, and then they're like, Dom, you're shot calling. And then I would like shot call, and they'd be like, all right, so what we need out of you is like no one on our team is gonna think, and then you just have to like think for 5 people and make every decision that happens. Like I feel like that type of shot calling is so archaic, where it's like everyone just listen to this one person. Like I don't think that's how the best teams like function. Like who the fuck is the shot caller on Rots? Like who's the shot? I'm pretty sure they all just
everyone shot calls, but I just think that there's a difference between shot calling and feeding information. I spent a lot of my career doing the latter rather than the former. So like saying like mid's low on mana is different than being like mid's low on mana, let's invade over here and like pick up kills. And like I definitely could have done a lot more on that side than anything else. I think it would have helped a lot because shot calling is just the way you impact the game like super, super well. And that's something that I thought that I definitely should have focused on a lot earlier in my career.
Yeah, I agree with that. Like, I think that shot calling is a big part, but I guess as a jungler, it's a natural advantage because you just like, I was never the type of person where I was like, everyone listen to me. This is like what we're doing as a team. I would just be like, I want to do this. Like, can we do this? Like, can you move mid? And then like, if mid said he could move, I'm like, all right, like come over here and we're going to fucking dive like bot lane or something, like quasi FTP, like that type of shit.
Yeah, when you worked on Dignitas, it was really easy because like, I was always just like, dude, just go gank anywhere and like, good luck, you know? And then you and Probes would work with each other to gank top lane and then you just tell everyone how to snowball the rest of the map, right? And I think that worked out really well because like everyone was really accommodating with that style. But even in that sense, it's like it's just better.
I really liked playing in that style because like it didn't feel like I was like a shot caller or anything. But I guess in general, Patoy would just give me enough information that it'd be pretty easy. Like I thought that the best quality about Patoy, and I never played with another support that could do this, was he would actually have really good knowledge of where all the wards were bought. He would be like, "There's a ward here. There's a ward here. Like you can come from like this angle."
Time wards and shit. That's just
I thought that was really good. That was like the best quality about Patoy to me. That was the main reason why I wanted to play with him. So, I mean, I just felt like when you play with players that understand what junglers do and like what they can do, it's so good. Like Crumbs kind of felt like a jungler. Patoy understood like what a jungler can do. And then like in terms of mid, I guess the meta was just like you push and then you just come with me wherever I go. But you just kill people, dude. You shoot people. And you flamed the thing when he went to their golems and killed himself at Worlds.
God, don't make me relive that shit. Honestly, I think for another thing that I tell myself is learn to communicate. Don't be so learn to communicate non-aggressively. Because I was pretty. I don't know how to phrase it, but I didn't phrase things in the best way when I was a youngster, when I was a young up and comer. So I know that a lot of my team, I'm sure like Skara knows that I didn't communicate in the best way possible to allow us to.
Oh, that's a good one, dude. I like the way you phrased that, dude. Yeah, I would agree. You were not ideal teammate communicate. You didn't have ideal teammate comms.
Yeah, basically, dude. So I would definitely tell myself to learn how to do that shit.
It's so hard to do that. It's so hard to do when you're like frustrated.
Dude, yeah, dude, I'd get frustrated. So, like, I love Crumbs, and he was my fucking boy, but I talk about this all the time, and it was just like some of the arguments I get into with Crumbs were just like I should have phrased it better, obviously, because I mean I'm not an all-knowing fucking genius, so like what I say isn't like fucking law and stuff, but I pretty much like. Yeah.
The Elise red buff situation.
I remember that.
I've heard this one like 10 times. This is Cutie's story, man. It's just trigger right here.
It's just every time, because, yeah, he'd play like Elise, he'd throw a max range cocoon with red buff. It's like, you're never going to hit that, dude. Just go up and auto them with your red buff, force them to like commit to something, and then just cocoon them after with the slow. And he's like, no, that's not how you play Elise. And it's just like when he'd tell me something like that, that's just like, I would just go ape shit. I would just like, You really don't think that's how you play Elise? I just couldn't fathom. Like, you don't think that you need to use the slow, and you should be throwing a max range cocoon isn't the best call. Like, it would trigger me so fucking much. And honestly, I wish that I'd like talked it out and reasoned it out more. Like, well, I mean, I can see where you're coming from, but I don't necessarily agree, and here's why. Here's my reasoning for it. So, yeah, I wish I had learned to communicate in a more effective manner than what I did.
I wasn't patient with like teammates. Like, one thing I didn't understand when I was playing was like, in general, I could like scrim pretty hard every day. Like, I wouldn't have focus issues in scrims, but like some people just can't try that hard in scrims every day. Like, because it's not like serious, it doesn't actually mean anything. They can't bring themselves to like actually care about scrims. And I was the type of player that would get so like tilted when my teammates would just like fuck around in scrims or like troll in scrims. I was the type of player where I would think, all right, well, if we lose every scrim, we're just gonna lose at LCS because we're not good. I didn't have the faith that it's like, you're just trolling now, but on stage you'll play well. Like, that shit just was super
I mean,
hard for
luckily
me
we never had something like that, but that sounds fucking terrible. Yeah, if we had teammates that were like, dude, I'm just gonna fuck around. I don't give a fuck about it. This shit's a waste of time. I just want to go in the LCS, dude. Like, that kind of shit, yeah, I could see.
You're like testing my limits. Yeah, I'm testing my limits by suiciding 10 times in my lane. Turns out after the 10th death, I can no longer pressure the map. Excellent.
Oh, that was like the phrase that actually pissed me off the most.
That was a classic solo queue phrase, dude. That's what I say.
That wasn't even in solo queue. You remember we said that in our team? Someone said that, and I was just like, "Oh my god!"
Yeah, he said that.
The testing our limits phrase. I was just like, I was so mad when I heard that. That's like the phrase that like I never want to hear. It's like the meme. Like, testing your limits just means I'm gonna feed my ass off on like a new champion I didn't practice well enough to play in scrims, but I want to do it anyways. That's just what it means.
Hey, it's testing at least, dude. That's something. Alright, so let's go on to the next topic. So what memorable moments do you have with the old Dignitas squad with the three of us? What memorable moments? I remember, no, I have no memorable moments.
What?
0?
0. Dude,
None?
Dude, what am I gonna remember? Hey, you remember that one time we got I remember we got. Oh, you remember when we got Chipotle at MLG and then.
MLG Dallas.
Yeah. We got
I
MLG.
remember that
We were
shit.
sitting next to the window, dude, and we were like, "Hey, Dom, we gotta tell you something. You're banned."
Yeah, you're gonna get banned. Holy shit. That was so good. I love that.
Yeah, I actually remember the scenario and all that shit. It was just like, hey, we got to talk to you guys. All right, let's go to Chipotle. All right, dude. We picked a nice seat. We were next to the train tracks or whatever or some shit. We were just
Not
chilling.
This, dude.
Dude, yeah,
Not
we were
like
just
this.
chilling. It was like, all right, you two dumbasses are fucking banned. Or no, it's
You too.
Dom's banned. Cutie, you got saved because you're a fucking idiot. And then it's like,
No, okay. I have to explain this. So I've been talking about this a little bit, hinting at it. Dom has been hinting at it too. So this is what happened to get Dominate banned. The man on my right, on my right. So we went to Riot back in season 2. We're on the team. The team is, I think, me, Crumbs,
Patoy, man.
Patoy, you, and Dom. Okay, or me and Dom. It's the whole team. We go in there, and this is the first time Riot's ever done anything. So Riot does these pro player summits, but this was before pro player summits even became a thing. So this was them trying out. So they flew in, or they brought all the teams in, and they wanted to show us cool stuff, So we're all in the 8, and we get into this big theater, and Riot's showing off to us, first time ever, their newest skins. Their entire art department is up in the front, working the PowerPoint, showing us these skins. And they start, right? And we're looking at them, and we're just like, oh, the skin's okay. The skin's not bad. And Cutie and Dom the entire time were just like, who would buy these skins? They're just awful. They show us the skin that they're
Dude, that was good feedback though.
They showed some of the shittiest looking skins I ever seen.
The original Spirit Guard Udyr, you remember that? Where it just threw feathers at you? What the hell is that thing, dude?
Yeah, dude, some of the skins they showed are just I just remember laughing Jesus, dude, who the fuck came up with this thing?
They were like, this is the first time Riot's ever done this. We didn't know at the time, but this was the head of their art department. Literally the people who head all of Riot's skin art. And they got pretty upset when we literally Cutie and Dom.
But let me just say,
they were laughing though.
Yeah,
Most people were laughing.
No, some of them were laughing.
Yeah,
the head.
Hey, let me just say they
laughing.
took it to heart though, because look at the art now and look at how it used to be, and then think who put that in motion, dude.
If I didn't get banned, we'd be dealing with the fucking season 1 Scion art.
Yeah, do you remember how Scion looked, dude? That'd pretty much be how all the art was if it weren't for me.
Okay. So this is the initial trigger that causes Riot to look into dominating Cutie Pie more. After this, Dom talks to the current NA commissioner, no longer works at Riot, and it wasn't even an official title yet. But Dom, literally, I remember him saying this he was just I don't even think Riot cares about the players.
Yeah, he was feeding us bullshit, dude.
Yeah, because he said something, and Dom literally just said the lines, I don't even think Riot cares about their players. And I was just like,
hell yeah.
I look at him, I'm like, alright, and then okay.
Right, number one, the way he was giving it to us was such bullshit. He's like, you know what, we just want the LCS for you guys. We don't get anything out of LCS. I'm like, you don't get anything out of LCS? You're not gonna get a huge marketing campaign and all this shit? Okay, yeah, she's we just want to make sure that the players benefit. We just want to take care of our pro scene and shit like that. I was like, I don't think it's just that, dude. I think it makes you money in the long run. So yeah, I said that shit.
Okay, so
also I didn't like that guy at all. I fucking hated that guy for a while. So I was not a fan of that guy.
This stuff happens, and then their new lead of NA. I guess this is the NA commissioner. He just got hired. He's no longer working at Riot either.
He got fired in 6 months, dude.
Yeah, they decide to review Dominate and I'm a Cutie Pie because of these situations that happened to Riot.
Well,
and
was it actually because of these situations?
Yes.
Wait,
yes.
100%.
Wait, so I don't understand. Did someone at the art department? We gotta get these guys banned. They dare doubt my ability to draw champions.
It was just they complained, and because of that was the trigger that got you guys investigated, essentially. And this is the funniest thing. So at the very beginning, Dominate and Cutie Pie were both slated to be banned. And I was told this through Odie and our manager, and I was just like, shit, what do we do? And then Odie's like, what do we do? And I'm just like, okay, for I don't know what we can do with Dom. Like, because Dom was toxic, and he had another person playing his account that was super toxic. That was literally like 18 games. So legitimately, it was like not possible for me to save him. But so I was just like, how do we save Cutie Pie? All right, we convince Riot that Cutie Pie is mentally disabled. And at the time, it was like so early in the season, they were like,
dude, that's not hard to convince, dude. I'm so convinced.
We legit made the argument that Kitty was like nearly autistic. And because of that, Riot was like, you know what? He is. So
we need more autistic pros.
We should not. Because of that, Kitty got saved
I never
from getting
understood.
banned.
Wait, the thing I never understood is what did they possibly have to ban me on? Like, did they ever say what they were going to ban?
They didn't like you.
Yeah, but that's not. We don't like you. You're banned from this game forever, dude.
I mean, they didn't fucking provide like any screenshots or anything. It's not like they come out like they came out now with like Road saying, "Oh, like kill yourself like 50 times in a game." They're like, "All right, 2K fine and 1 game suspension." Like back then, it was just like we're just gonna say you're banned, and then you're banned.
I mean, I'm not saying that like you would have gotten banned, but that was like the initial threat, and then they backed down.
So they never said they were gonna actually ban. Because, dude,
no, I think you were under investigation to get banned. Like, I don't know.
Wait, but I don't understand. Like, what do you mean by under investigation? There's no like investigate. It's either they ban me or
they're not even investigating. They're just talking about banning.
This was a long time ago. Okay, but on top of this, I also remember at the time that they wanted to set like a really big example for Dom. Like I don't even think Dominate is like more toxic than some of the other European pros right now. I just think that like because Riot wanted to make a really hard stance on like this kind of stuff, they banned Dom permanently. And they were supposed to reevaluate his ban like later in the thing, but they never did. They were just like, you know what? We just think he should be banned the whole time. So like originally there was a chance for Dom to come back like halfway through the season or like before his whole ban got lifted. But
they didn't even tell me that. They told me that they thought it would look bad on their part if they unbanned me halfway through the season. They said that like, yeah, it'll just look bad for us if we like ban you and then we like let up halfway. So just like, here's another 6 months, bitch. Because like that 6 months, like now I like fucking let it fly. I mean, I don't get like fucking punished on my accounts, but like if someone does something stupid, dude, I call them an idiot. Like I don't care. I'll keep it real at least. But back then I was like, all right, I'm gonna be like the nicest guy for this 6 months so that I like get unbanned, dude. Once that reevaluation comes, man, I'm reinstated. I was like the nicest guy, and then after 6 months of just like being like the biggest bitch, like people were like would like rage at me, and I'll just mute them. And I'll be like, you know what? Like, I'm not going to say anything. I'll just mute them and just move on. After that, they just didn't even fucking reevaluate it. They're just like, yeah, fuck you, dude. It's not even worth our time. It will look too bad if we unban you, so fuck you.
So yeah, that's originally how Dominate got banned. And
how I nearly got banned.
Yeah,
dude,
it was a long time
good
ago.
Old Riot, dude.
But Dominate is the first, guys. He is now officially fully reformed. Dominate, what do you remember about me and Kitty? What's the thing that stands out to you?
Stands out to you?
Or what do you remember about us?
Alright, from Cutie, it's when we were in that fucking gaming house in Korea for 2 months or whatever, and I went to like fucking change the cords under my computer, like in the fucking power saver or whatever, and everything was just covered in Cutie's hair. Like,
dude, it's a tiny ass room. Come on, what do you want from me?
Cutie's his hair covered the entire floor of the room, dude. What the hell is that? Tangled in the wires and shit, dude. That was the most memorable Cutie Pie moment right there.
That's a classic. Wait, it's not the Whoa Doogie, dude?
I mean, yeah, it's a Whoa Doogie. The Whoa Doogie. The nightmares. Holy shit.
Wait. Tell the Hanover story. People need to know.
Which Hanover story? Like the one where I woke up like halfway through the night, the Whoa Doogie thing, or what?
No. We're on stage for the finals.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so, alright, so we have like the Hanover finals, which at the time was like the biggest match that had been played, I think, in League of Legends history. Like, I guess those Season 1 Worlds, and then Hanover was like the new, like, thing because that had Chinese teams or whatever, and it was just supposed to be like a better quality tournament. League of Legends had been out for longer, etc. So it's like this super hyped up match. Like NA, like we got shit on, but it was like NA versus EU. Like which region's better? Like these crazy like Russians. Like no one knows what they're gonna do. They fucking like do all these random strats and stuff. Like what are we gonna do? So the night before, like all of us are just fucking like super tired. We have like a talk about what picks and bans we should play, and pretty much just lay out a plan perfect for the next day. And when we get on stage, we realize that Cutie had been up all night playing fucking karaoke party with like Leisha, Save Me, and like I think Pony Prancer, and just like all of his like 4chan VChat idiots. And he just played fucking, and he was so tired, like he barely fucking opened his eyes. So he was just sitting on stage, like we're all warming up. He's just still playing karaoke party.
Dude, come on, man. That's how I get warmed up for my League of Legends games. That's how I gotta communicate, dude. Dude,
you're actually fucking true.
At Hanover, I just remember, like, every time we would be getting warmed up, I'd just be, like, doing something else. Like, when I think back to how my career was, I was the greatest fucking player. I didn't even have to play this stupid ass fucking game to be as good as I was, dude. Are you kidding me? Have you ever seen a player of I'm a Cutie Pie's caliber, dude?
I've never seen somebody play as well as you did after staying up a full night before the biggest tournament of your life and playing karaoke party.
Wait, Hanover was when Genja 1v2'd us, right?
Yeah.
Oh, that was a dude. I love that, dude. And every time, man, it's just every time I get told that shit, and it's just like, dude, what do you want from me, dude? He fucking Genja and fucking 007, whatever the fuck, and Edward. They just manhandled my garbage jungler. They took his buff, and I can't do anything about it. I can't help it.
I remember because Dom was specifically like, look, it's worth this interest because they're going to invade. We've watched their bots. This is the Shyvana strategy and do it every game. We don't get the ward off. He kills Dom in the jungle, takes her bot side jungle,
I just remember he's
like level 2 tower dive over the wall with Alistar. I'm just like, wait, what?
No, I just remember like you were like, oh, you didn't. Oh, I forgot to ward it, dude. And then they come in and kill your. And then
I was exhaust Shyvana. Like I was like, please, Locust, please drop this ward in this spot. I like pinged it. I told him it's like right side of mid. Ward right side of mid, and then he just fucking doesn't ward. He wards left side of the mid, the ward the buff I'm starting on, and then I just get ganked from Lee Sin by one side, Alistar from the other side, and I'm sitting there with no flash on Shyvana, and I'm like, all right, okay, I'm fucking dead. I said I was dead when I was like 80% HP. I got clairvoyance, and I just said I was dead. I'm like, yep. This is death. This is 100% death.
Dude, that was a classic. I remember, like, Locust back then was running, like, heal and exhaust. I think he wasted both of them, too, so he came back to lane. We had a lane versus the fucking 1v2. Her god is just, like...
Yeah, no, that was brutal. I was like, all right, I'm getting fucked by 2 people in my jungle. How's bot lane going? You guys are, like, 1 HP under turret. Her god's, like, tanking turret shots, trying to, like, kill you guys. All right. I think we fucking lost, guys.
Dude, those were the good old days, man. I miss the good old days, dude. All right, then let's go on then to the new one. So, Dom, a little bit about yourself. You used to be a semi-professional poker player. Have you ever thought about getting back to that scene or any other game?
Like, I don't know. I mean, number one, you make way more money streaming than like playing poker at the level I was playing. So that's number one. Number two is that like poker is so much more of a grind. Like it's such a fucking grind, and it's not like exciting. At least in League, like you can have a losing day in League and you can still feel okay afterwards. When you have a losing day in poker, it is fucking soul crushing because not only did you like lose and it like sucks to just lose at anything, you also just lose a shitload of money. So it's like you can have massive downswings like where it's just pure luck based, and it's all about grinding a certain number of games. Like, okay, like I don't care if I got unlucky like over and over again. If I play 100,000 hands, it'll eventually even out. And I don't know, it's just such a grind. It's way harder to make money playing poker than to stream. I'll tell you that right now.
But you didn't like playing poker? I thought you loved playing that shit though.
I like playing the game, but I hated the grind of just like playing online, 9 tables up, having to like track all that shit yourself. Like the way you feel when you lose is so bad. And then poker's, I mean, it's a card game, right? There's only so much to it, so it gets pretty boring pretty fast.
Do you ever think about playing any other game?
I mean, so I've thought about like playing big like poker tournaments, like just like fuck around, like just buy into like one of those like 10K World Series of Poker tournaments at some point. But I don't know. Part of me wants to do it because like I guess I can do it now, but it just another part of me is like, yeah, I mean, I don't really play that much poker anymore. I'm not super good anymore. So
wait, you don't think you're good anymore?
I mean, it's not that. It's
what
just
happened
like,
to
it's
the confidence, dude?
I mean, you have to view it like this. If you play, like, let's say you're like a really good poker player. If you play a tournament, like you have to play like 15, 20 tournaments to like have the odds of actually like catching. Like, you could just get unlucky in 15 tournaments and just never make any money and just throw away like 150 grand. So, I mean, I just don't think that in the long run it'd be a smart decision. Like, unless I want to get back into it and I want to play like enough like tables and I have enough volume to make my like luck not really a factor, then I'm just probably not going to do it.
I think have you ever told your stream or anyone like why you started playing League? Like why you quit poker in the first place? I think that's a good story.
Well, when I got robbed at gunpoint.
Yeah.
I've told that story.
That's not a laughing matter, but I just thought that was really funny.
Yeah, I got fucking robbed at gunpoint. Well, so I used to play poker at a casino, and then I had like money on me, obviously, but it wasn't even from that. I went outside. I went to like a basketball game with one of my friends, and then when I was coming back to when I was crossing the street back to University of Miami from like the metro station or whatever, 3 kids just like rolled up on us with a gun, like pulled it out of the backpack, like cocked it, put it to our heads, give us everything you fucking have or we'll kill you, that type of shit. So yeah, I mean, after that, I just started. Because I was like going out a lot in college, and then at that point I was like, fuck going out, dude. No one can fucking fuck with me when I'm in my room. And then I just started playing League. I mean, I would go to classes and pretty much come home and play League. So, yeah.
That's
I mean, the article's
dude.
still online. Like, if you type in my name, like Christian Rivera robbed at gunpoint, the first thing that comes up is like the picture of these 3 fucking dumbass kids that robbed me.
The classic. All right.
The origin story.
Let's go on then. Let's not dwell on the past. If Rye came up to you and asked you to rework a champion, who would you choose and why? Lucian, because they fucking butchered him and they don't know what the fuck they're doing. Or Kalista, because they butchered her and they don't know what they're doing. Or Corky, because they butchered him and they don't know what they're doing. Or any other fucking garbage-ass AD that's fucking, like, unplayable right now. What about you guys?
I want Karthus. I think they randomly nerfed Karthus.
Karthus needs a rework? I think he's fine.
I don't know what it is about Karthus.
I hate playing against Karthus. He's so lame.
I don't like playing against him. He's still viable, but I don't know what it is. It just feels like the champion itself, it feels very outdated. Like, I remember when everyone used to play Karthus, right? Season 2, Karthus, Ori, and Nivea, every single game. And then, like, Karthus just, like, stopped seeing any play. Like, the people who play Karthus, like, the scripters who play Xerath and, like, frog him from time to time when he's really bored. But for the most part, like, Karthus doesn't see much play. He got, like, a lot, Storm Raiders got added, Swifty Boots got buffed, and just in general, his wall got nerfed too. So this feels like not that great. I'd, like, be down for them to rework Karthus into another type of champion or just, like, maybe 1 or 2 of his abilities. Just because I think that he's become a lot less enjoyable over the years, and I think that they could really help him with that. Like, Karthus is one of my main champs, so I'd love it if they reworked him a little.
I mean, I liked it when I joined Dignitas. I hated it when I played on, like, teams without Karthus players. Like, that shit just felt so bad to play against. Like, pretty much the way I remember Karthus is he would just perma-farm, like, Wraiths and Wolves and shit, and he would just end up being insanely strong, and then at by, like, maybe, like, 17, 18 minutes, he'd have Roa Deathcap, press his R key, and then that would just, like, destroy, like, your bot lane just on cooldown. So I fucking hated that like, play style and, like, how it made you feel to play against.
Yeah, I fucking love that show, though. I remember playing against. We'd always play against TSM, and they'd do like the Karthus Maokai bullshit, or like just some stupid shit where you can't kill anything. Karthus just runs in with Maokai, kills himself, and it's just, we got wiped. Damn, they wiped us, man, with their killer combo. That shit is just, I fucking hated that. What champion would you rework, Dom?
I'd say Nidalee. I feel like Nidalee is just like so lame. It's either just broken as fuck or it's garbage. I feel like the rework that they made on Nidalee was probably one of like the biggest failed reworks because they just never were able to balance it since the rework. So
you wouldn't do your baby fucking Gragas?
I mean, I think Gragas was fine. Like they like fucked his ult. Now it's like, not even an ultimate anymore.
Yeah.
It feels like his worst ability.
Yeah, the rest of the kit's fine, but his ult's just like super clunky. I don't play him anymore.
Really feels really bad to play Gragas.
You can play it. It just doesn't feel like I'm throwing an ulti. It feels like I'm throwing like an old man on crutches just like throws a barrel. That's what happens with his ulti. Ugh.
Yeah. No, it's not. I'm not cool with it. I mean, some people have like started some new combos where you like ult first, max range, and then you E flash like into it. So then like at least you get the stun and the ult like hits pretty quickly. But I just feels all too risky and like not worthwhile. I mean, I'd rather just play Lee Sin and just QRQ somebody and one shot them from full life. So that's just me.
Alright, fair enough then. Alright, let's go on to the next topic. The next guest himself, the kid Void. We're getting Void Boy on here.
Woo! His season 2 teammate Void Boy. Before he ditched us for CLG.
Yeah.
And we made the classic Void Boy Crumbs and Saint Vicious 3-way trifecta swap, considered to be the biggest swap in North American esports.
Game changer in Western esports, dude. Alright, let's get Void Boy on here. Actually, no, I'm just kidding. Fuck Void Boy. We're not even gonna bother with that shit.
Hello?
Alright,
Can you guys hear me?
Wait, you actually got on here. Hey, get the hell out of here, dude. Nah, Jake
It's the kid.
Dude,
Wait, you don't want me on the show?
hell no, you're a loser, boy.
What? Okay. Alright, I see how it is. You guys are all here reminiscing about Dig and being best friends and stuff. Alright, I'm leaving.
Boy, you want to reminisce, dude? Tell me, what did you miss
cutie.
about, man?
Fuck you, cutie.
Hey,
fuck
you, you too, dude. I hate that kid.
They got
anyway,
real
dude.
too quick.
Dude, I hate that kid anyway. Dude, fuck Void Boy. Whatever, man. Fuck that kid.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, let's go on to the Discord Q&A, man. That guy's a loser. All right, ladies and gentlemen, if you got questions, we got answers, dude. Come to the Discord question and answer section and ask some questions. Ladies and gentlemen, let's go and fill up some brains with some great interactions. So Jim Effect, he wants to know, he asks all three of us, in your opinion, how much life does League have left being a top esports game? Has the game/pro scene gone stagnant in NA with a lot of the more skilled players leaving the scene to stream, school, etc.? Dude, you're being too generous. A lot of the skilled players leaving the scene to stream. I don't know if all of the skilled players are leaving the scene to stream, dude. But I think League has a while before it really dies down. I mean, dude, I'll know League's in trouble when I'm tired of playing this fucking game. But until then, dude, if I can play this shit, I know that other people can play it in. I don't think that it's going anywhere anytime soon. What about you guys?
5 to 10 years.
Yeah, I heard that because I've been working with like different like game companies and stuff, and even like League's competitors think that League has at least 5 more years before they start to see decline. They think there's still some more growth left in League for like maybe like 1 year or 2 years, and then they think it's going to plateau for like 2 to 3 years, and then maybe after that there'll be a decline. But it's so far down the road.
I can agree with that one. Scott, you got anything?
No, dude, 5 to 10 years. I completely agree.
All right, Navi wants to know, asking all three of us again, what do you think of Immortals and many other organizations signing 2 to 4 year contracts for their players? Is it a sign of their confidence in the lifespan of league, or more of a sign that teams want to grow player talent? It's none of that shit, dude. They sign long contracts so they don't have to pay them more money when they're worth more. That's literally it, dude. Like, there's no
they'll pay them more money when they're worth more. Like, they'll renegotiate throughout the contract because those contracts have buyouts.
Hopefully they renegotiate. I think that if they're taking long contracts, it's not because, wow, dude, I got a lot of faith in you, man. Let me sign you into a 6-year contract, dude, and we're gonna go all the way, dude. It's like, all right, this shit's about to blow up. I don't want to pay you any more fucking money. I'm gonna get you in a 4-year contract, and you're just gonna fucking deal with it. You want to renegotiate it, dude? We can fucking.
It's just that teams see players as an investment. So, okay, Bjergsen's a great example, dude. They paid for Bjergsen's visa to come over, and they're just like, well, even if he doesn't do well, let's sign him initially to like a 2-year deal. And so if he does, like, if he wants to even stay in the States, we own his visa, so he has to work for us anyway. So it's just about control. The longer contract times are just about like how long.
I know most of the team owners. I don't think the team owners are actually going to like keep people against their will under the contract. I think it's more because like in the off season and shit, like if people want to change teams, they want to have the ability to at least sell the player. So if they sign a 2-year contract, like once that trade deadline hits or whatever in like late November, if the contract ended there, then they don't get anything if the player leaves. But now, if they have signed a 2-year contract, like I don't know what the buyouts are. Maybe they're like 25. Like when I was a pro, it was like 15 to 25. Now it's probably
huge. It's
not like 50, 100, 150 or something like that. If it's 50, 100, 150, they just want the ability. Like if someone doesn't want to play for your team, you don't want them playing on your team either way because they're not going to play well. So your mentality is like, all right, at least I'll like own the person's contract. So then when like fucking TSM shows up, they have to pay me an extra like 100, 150 grand to like get this player from my roster. I think like a lot of it is that.
And it's not even crazy. Like if you actually know LPL contracts from everything that I researched and talked to like professionals about the scene, the LPL contracts are like 5-10 years. They're really long. And so when you like get a player, you buy their contract, and they're like, cause a player is just a really, really large investment. So you buy their like 10-year contract if you want someone. And that's actually why teams such as EDG can't get good top winners. Like they have to settle for Mouse because like all the other top lane talent were like locked in weird contracts in China.
Yeah, that's China though. Like it's different over here.
Yeah. Of course. But I'm just saying like long contracts aren't even that different from the norm. Like, cause I understand it's different culture, different region, but they've had long contracts for a long time.
Yeah, but I don't think that long contracts are because of trying to grow talent or like lifespan of league or any of that bullshit. It's just because they want to make money, and that's the best way to make money. Like if
buyouts is huge.
Yeah, like if they really cared, they just put him in like a year long. Okay, you're gonna get a contract until LCS ends, and then you can go and figure out what you do. No one's gonna fucking do that. Why? Because it's fucking stupid as fuck. Why would you do that? Like, but
look at what Immortals did. Like they signed all their players for like 1 year originally, and then like that time was up, and they're like, all right, our whole team left. Excellent. Like
like that shit. You're pretty much shooting yourself in the foot. Like it's about just locking players into contracts, and like it sounds terrible and shit, but that's just the reality of it, man. Like it's a business, and people need to make fucking business moves. So. You know the business, dude. Let's see. Hannah Krath wants to know what's the best, worst play you've seen in professional play? But easily, dude, I don't think anyone can argue the Dignitas versus Renegades, dude.
Oh my god,
that play was like. I don't think any team will ever top just how fucking terrible that was. Like that was just cross map executions to like
exactly cross map executions. It was the worst game I've ever seen.
Yeah, it was pretty fucking pathetic. Like, do you guys have one that's better than that shit?
That's the worst, dude. It doesn't get any worse.
Yeah, that shit is straight garbage. So, Laurentium T wants to know, women in the LCS, thoughts? Go for it, man.
Good luck.
If you're
What do you mean? Like, if a girl gets good enough at the game and plays, like, LCS, yeah, we'll just play LCS. It's just a matter of, like, I mean, you think about how few, like, the NA player base of guys, then you try to think about, like, the high ELO player base of girls. There's just so few high ELO female players. So, I mean, if one of them gets good enough, it's not like, oh my god, like, there's gonna be a girl on the team. Like, what are they gonna, like, what are we gonna do? Or, like
it's a girl, dude, what the hell?
All of our players won't be able to practice because they'll be too busy having sex with her. Like, it's none of that. It's like, yeah, if a fucking girl is better than a guy for a support position, like, they'll just get the spot. That's it.
Wait, why just the support position, dude?
Yeah, wait a minute. Fuck,
the
dog?
The only high elo girls that I've ran into in Master Challenger are support. I haven't ran into, like, one, actually, Gamer.
There's that one cap player.
Yeah, Gamer Girl. Gamer Girl's the only one, but she one-tricks Cat and Riven. Most girls that I've seen have just been, like, support mains and high elo. Just because, like, dude, the thing about support is so good for girls is, like, girls actually care, you know, like, they want to save you, where my supports never want to save me. Like, I'm in the jungle, and they're just like the support.
What kind
like,
of supports that you've been playing? Dude,
with me, dude.
Wait, my supports want to save me. They just can't do it because they're fucking garbage and can't hit any fucking abilities, dude. Like, I think my supports want to save me. They're just terrible.
Yeah, I mean, I don't feel the same way, man. I'll ping and invade like 50 times. They'll be farming in the lane. They'll get there. I'll die. They have exhaust up, ulti up, and all that shit. Hell no. But like, dude, if you play with like Banana and you get into trouble, she's like flash ult, like exhaust, like saving your ass and then dying with you afterwards. Like, all right, I respect that. Like, you tried. That's the heart I want to see out of my support, dude.
All right.
So men just lack empathy. Wow.
Yeah,
men just lack empathy.
Let's go to this question. This guy, my man with the, it's like an emoji, wants to know, what do you think about class locked items, like how Runon's is only for ranged, but items only for AD's top lane support? I think this would make it easier to balance for every role. I don't think that'd be that bad. Like, if they made an armor pen, like if they made Yomu's only a ranged item, I think it'd be pretty good.
Wait, only a ranged item?
What?
Turn it
back to armor penetration, making it only a ranged item. I think it'd be pretty fun.
What?
Fuck you. You say
on.
that now, and then I'm going to be playing Graves in your game with fucking Ghostblade. I'm going to two-shot your ass.
I just think that there needs to be more items in the game. If they want to class lock items, that even more items need to be in the game. Like, we just need more options, dude. Last time Kitty talked about the Zeal itemization being the biggest change, and whoever did that, great job. There's actually choices for Zeal for like every range class. But like, there just needs to be more choices. Like, for me, it shouldn't just be, should I build Luthens or Deathcap? Should I build Morellos or Morellos? Maybe a Negatron before my Morellos this game. Maybe mix it up with a Morellos after 2 Thorns. Like, I don't know. I just think that right now we're missing strong itemization options. And that's it.
I agree with that one. Dom, you got anything for that?
Nope, I'm good.
All right, then. Ladies and gentlemen, that's going to conclude the live Q&A on Beyond the Rift Discord server. Thank you for tuning in, everybody. If you guys enjoyed the show, make sure to tune in next Thursday. Make sure to catch my friends over here on the right. Guys, let them know where to find you. Let's start off with Scar first. Scar, where can they find you?
You find me at Scar on Twitter or on Twitch. I'll be streaming right after this. No big deal. And thank you, Boy, for coming on the show. Just really appreciate your time.
Dom, if they want to find you, where can they find you?
At IWillDominate on Twitter. On Twitch, it's IWillDominate. And, yeah, pretty much it.
All right. From our household to yours, guys, I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful Christmas. And I'll catch you guys next Thursday.
Merry Christmas. Happy holidays, guys.
See you guys. Bye-bye.
Peace, guys.
Thanks a lot, Dom.